Just
So turn the
try to figure this out so you don't see my hair.
just pan it over to her.
Oh, I can't flip the camera.
She's just like she's adorable.
chilling.
I can't even lie. Yeah.
Look at her. She's chilling. Oh,
Did she turn it off?
I turned it off. I accidentally pressed the button. Yeah, she's chilling. Look at her. Oh, she doesn't even want to look at you.
I saw your hair. You look like Muriel from she looked like Muriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
My hair's a little dry right now, so
It's all good.
You
It's all good.
don't have to worry about that.
It's all
I've
good.
been growing it out,
Really? You can still get like a low taper.
No.
Okay. You need a line. You need a line for sure.
No.
You're
With this
rich.
economy,
You're.
I
It's
don't
gonna be
spend
free.
money
It's gonna
until
be
I
free.
need to,
No. It's free of charge.
I don't know if I could trust a free haircut,
Well, that's the thing. I have enough clients to the point where given one free line, it's not going to hurt whatsoever. I mean, and then it'll allow me to see a best friend pal who, I haven't seen since they came home from Hong Kong. Although they made a video with some other friends. Every time I try to hang out with them.
When did I make a video with other friends?
Okay, it's an old video, but still.
You're talking about a video that happened before the pandemic. Okay, so it's been a while. It's been a while. Actually, there hasn't been any podcasts being uploaded in like a month actually because it ran out of podcasts.
Oh yeah, so now we gotta create a lot of them.
Yeah, the last podcast was right before I actually left. By the way, people, I am back. I'm not going to talk about it too, even though I've never talked about it at all since I've been in Hong Kong for like the past 2 years. I'm still not going to talk about it.
No, Jabari, why don't you tell your story?
No. Or what they say. You don't want to burn bridges. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, your parents did tell me that they are planning on sending you back to Hong Kong, to the same apartment actually. So at least you'll have that. Maybe you can take another hike, see another boar.
Well, I wish I could have recorded that. That's one of those moments where you have to see it to believe it. That was the biggest boar. I didn't know boars were that big. That thing was like a horse.
It was a
literally
funny.
didn't know boars.
Well, that's because you are 5'1".
Yeah.
Okay. I see why it looked like a horse to you. But that story is hilarious. Speaking of animals, right? Do you see the otter story that I sent you?
Yeah, I did. Why does she never want to look at her face?
What?
She always. Oh, she's looking. She always turns even more. And look how far she's turning. She's turning to. Look, she's turned to the point. Look at that.
Imagine having a patio.
Also, yes.
Imagine having a TV on your patio.
That TV is pretty old. That TV is probably because it's bragging about being in full 1080p. So that's old if it's bragging about being 1080p TV.
Oh man,
I just want to bring up one more thing. Just that you notice how you can hear me. You can.
yes.
I got my AirPods fixed finally after all this time. Yeah, so I could actually wear my AirPods.
Time.
Oh, I also got the new phone. It's pretty nifty. I mean, at least for me, since the last one I had was the 12. So it's a big upgrade. 16.
Ironically, or unironically, or no, actually, ironically, you and Hillary both had the same type of phone before, and waited the same amount of time to upgrade your phone, and are getting the same exact phone now.
Oh, wow. But he has to wait until supplies are back or something.
Yeah. Okay. To the otter story. I need to talk about.
Oh yeah.
This. So there was a jogger who was attacked by, I don't even know how many otters. How many otters were in the picture that I sent you?
It looked like at least 7 or 8. Could have been up to 10.
And the fact that she was jogging and could not run away from aquatic creatures, and she got so bloodied, and then she ended up like, they caught the perfect photo of the otters as they were running away. They look like they were so proud of what they've done, and they're like, yeah, we can go back to the pond now. It's nothing happening here anymore. Nobody else to terrorize. But I had to look up where it happened, Jabari. It happened in Malaysia. I don't know why I was expecting. I don't know why I thought it happened here in America. I was like, there's no fucking way. But when I saw that it was in Malaysia, I was like, this unironically makes a lot of sense. I'm not
Well,
gonna
that's
lie.
the thing. I was actually talking to some friend because here's another story before I even bring what I wanted to bring up. So there, I need to send that to you too. So this, wait, it was in China. It just shows you how little people care when they see stuff, like insane stuff happen. So there's this video, typical webcam video, I guess because China has freaking webcams or whatever you call them, those CCTV monitors literally everywhere.
Hmm.
So I will explain what happens verbatim, what happens in this video so you can visualize. So there's a kid walking down the street, minding his own business. I guess he just got from school because you can see a book bag. He might be around 10 or 11, so pretty young kid.
Hmm.
And then you see this dog. I think the kid was like holding like a sandwich or something, like something in a bag, maybe. And the dog, this kind of like, it's not like a big dog, but like, a medium-sized dog. Not like one of those big, like, golden
Dude,
retrievers,
if you
but not
send
as
me a
small as a
freaking
Chihuahua.
chihuahua attacking a kid, oh,
No, no, no. It's not Chihuahua size. It's that medium-sized dog. Like, I don't know all the dog species, but like it's bigger than those small little handbag dogs. I mean, yeah, it's way bigger than those, but it's definitely smaller than like a. Let me find your phone so I can freaking send it to you while I describe so you can watch it. So a dog comes to attack him for, I guess, the sandwich he's holding. So the dog's like biting, like the dog's like desperate. I don't know if this is a stray dog that's never had food for a week. It's desperate. It's biting him, biting him. A car, because he's running in the road away from the dog. The first car stops in front of the kid. He
dude, that
sees
is
the
the
kid getting mauled by a dog and sits in the car and just watches. He just stops the car and just
no, no, no,
watches
no,
this
no, no,
kid
no.
getting
Hold on.
mauled.
I blame the kid
No, no, no,
because
no,
there
no,
was
no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no. Hear me out. I'm watching this shit, right? I had to rewind it to make sure I saw it correctly. The dog let go of the kid. They stared at each other. The kid just picked his arm up and then put it back down in reach for the dog to jump back up. And the dog latched back onto the freaking arm.
No, no, no.
That
This is a
kid
little
asked for
kid.
it.
It's
No,
a
and
kid.
Jabari, the dog let go of him a second time
Because
for
the
the
kid, I don't
freaking
know. I don't know if
sandwich.
he really wanted that
Oh my
sandwich.
goodness,
Maybe
he
he
really
really
felt.
wanted that sandwich.
He really
So
felt.
look, the first driver stops and sees the kid getting mauled by a dog, and then just sits there and watches the kid getting mauled. They don't do anything. And then he throws a piece of paper at the dog while it's mauling him, as if a piece of paper is going to stop a dog. And then he drives away after that. The kid's still getting mauled by the dog while he
Bro,
drives
how
away.
did the kid try to punch the dog and his fist got caught? And
Still. Then it doesn't stop there. The next car drives up and sits there for a front row view. Then you see a motorcycle U-turn because of course he doesn't want his girlfriend to see all that. No, no, no. I don't want my girlfriend to see a kid getting mauled by a dog. So the car in the front row view attempts to drive away.
oh my god, wait, that's a
But
lot
the
of
kid,
blood. Jesus,
yeah.
hold on.
So the kid runs in front
Oh
of the car
fuck.
to escape the dog when the guy tries to drive away. And the kid walks to the driver's side in pure shock, like you said, blood dripping from his freaking neck and his eye. And the driver is right next to him. Like the kid is doing, like sitting there, catching his breath with blood dripping in his side mirror. Like he just has to look to his left. He's in the driver's side, looks to his left, and sees a kid dripping blood.
So
He
here's two
doesn't,
things
he,
wrong.
and he doesn't
Here's two
even
things
put
wrong with
down
this
the
video.
window. He doesn't even put down the window to say, "Hey, kid, are you okay?" He just drives away.
Here are two things that's wrong with this video. First and foremost, the kid kept putting his arm back down for the dog to bite. He asked for it. Number two, right? Okay, three things. Number two, damn, that's a lot of blood. And number three, he needs to take off that Jordan jersey because Michael Jordan was the GOAT. And there's no way a fan of a GOAT is going to be mauled by a freaking fat chihuahua. There's
No,
just no
no, no,
way.
no, no, no. That was bigger than a chihuahua. That was big, way bigger than a chihuahua. That was a
Okay,
medium-sized dog.
That was small to medium. Small to medium.
But you have
Easily.
to remember, you have to note this is China. Okay, it is smaller than I thought it was, but still, you have to note that this is China. They're pretty short there, so that dog is probably
Jabari, you've never
getting
even been to China. How would you know?
or even bigger. Because remember, me apparently 5'1". Apparently, from your view, I
You
felt
are.
tall in Hong Kong. I felt tall, so that just tells you how short people usually are.
Let me ask you a question.
Like,
Not ask you a question. I apologize. Check your phone. I just sent you something that I want you to read. Read for the podcast, please.
My nephew just said to me, "Is wind made from birds flapping their wings? He's so adorable, isn't he?" Wrong. My nephew, 24, and addicted to heroin. I mean, I don't know why you find that funny, because didn't you just kick your addiction like 2 months ago? Like I don't know how that's how you have the right to joke about that when, like,
You know,
we
it's
we
crazy.
we had an intervention with you
It's
and got
crazy
you.
that you're talking about somebody's addiction when you openly admitted that you are addicted to gay porn. So I just don't understand why you're talking about addiction right now. I think that's worse than my crystal meth addiction. I'm just saying.
Uh, it's 2024, so I don't see why you're having
Jabari,
an
you were
issue with
playing
that.
it in the middle of the job fair. You were literally in line waiting to talk to the employer, and then you just hear straight obscene sounds.
Uh, well, I heard I heard that there's all these initiatives to hire more diverse set of people. So I was hoping that that would, make them see like, oh, we hire this guy for our diversity initiative because he's black and, and part of the community. So that's why I did it.
And
So I think
plays his videos out loud.
it's so they know, like, there's no way for them to even cope that I wasn't, like, because who else would do
Yeah,
that?
and I mean, and let's just be real. You are correct. The Equal Employment Opportunity Act, right? Beautiful thing. Me being an ex crystal meth addict, that's why I have a job at Bird Industries. I mean, the company is tanking. Honestly, like they're negative $33
Okay,
trillion
okay, okay.
dollars.
Well, look. You
But
can
I think I'm gonna
say
move. I think I'm gonna
but
move this
let's not
enterprises.
lie. Let's not lie. You're not you have a job there, but you all you are is like a transporter of paper. Like, when one office needs paper, they have you be like the paper mule and run to the other office.
But
And it's
what do you
it's,
think
it's
that's
part
better
time,
than?
and you get tips. You get paid through tips. So, like, let's
What?
not let's, let's not let's not exaggerate. Like, what you're
Don't you think that's better than being unemployed, an unemployed bum from Hong Kong, sitting on the patio with the cat that keeps turning its head away from him? I think my job, my
no.
position is a
Well,
little bit better than yours.
well, I have a, let's just say, actually my strategy worked. I am hearing some interviews from certain companies, Bird Enterprises.
Well, I had to supply papers to the board of directors meeting, and I actually was told get prepared to for everybody to get laid off because the company lost $33 trillion and now they're negative by 10 trillion, and they don't
Well,
know
it's
how they're going to
interesting.
recoup all the
It's
money.
very interesting because
However,
I
what's
was
happening is
online.
they are getting bought out by stiff enterprises, and yeah, because that's a multi-trillion-dollar company right there.
See, that's the
You know,
interesting thing because you're being very you're giving misleading reports. So yes, Bird Enterprises is being, quote, bought out by Stiff Enterprises, but you forget Bird Enterprises is a satellite company of the Bird conglomerate. So the Bird conglomerate didn't need Bird Enterprises
but here's the
anymore any
thing.
longer.
Here's the
So
thing.
they're like,
We talked
okay,
about this
we'll
before.
sell it.
We talked about this
And
before. The
that
bird
stupid Stiff
conglomerate.
Enterprises are
The
buying a
bird
company that's
conglomerate.
$33 trillion in debt. So
No,
that
no, no,
tells you a lot. That
no,
tells
no,
you
no,
a
no,
lot
no, no,
about
no,
Stiff
no, no.
Enterprises.
No, we talked about this before. Okay, so the bird conglomerate, right? That was bought out by Stiff Incorporated because they were constantly losing revenue and losing profit, and their board of directors was honestly quite disappointed. So, me being the gracious person I am, I bought out the
You
entire organization.
remember? That's interesting because I thought you were the heroin crack addict
I
who
I
is
am
being a
I am
paper
one with the
mule
company.
for Bird
Hold on.
Enterprises. So
Hear me
it's
out. Hear me
interesting.
out. I I identify as part of this company. Okay, even though I'm part time, when I say I, it's just like the same. It's just like when people talk about their favorite football team. They say we and I and blah blah blah. Like I'm going to the Super Bowl and blah blah blah. It's really the team that's doing it. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's all semantics, you know. But I understand you being a bum, an unemployed bum rather, from Hong Kong. You know that allow people to reach their hands into your candy bag and take your candy
See,
away
see,
from you.
see, see, see. The industry thing though is the reason why. is because when the stupid, dumb, stiff Incorporated bought out all of Bird Conglomerate, they still had to give, the CEO of Bird Conglomerate, the money. So
Actually, they did not.
I'm just
They
chilling.
did
I'm
not
just chilling, man.
because the CEO of the Bird conglomerate, he actually declared bankruptcy because he owed his board of directors a lot of money and he just could not sustain
No,
it.
no, 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 no. See, the company owed the board, not me.
No, 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 no,
Company,
no, 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 no,
the company.
no, 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 no. So let's talk about how you've been very, very, very racist recently. I have a lot of screenshots that I really want to show the viewers. I wish this was a visual platform so I could actually show them. If I could screen share, I would do
That's
that.
interesting. That's interesting because maybe I'll make the thumbnail for this episode one of your screenshots. Maybe
You
I'll
know,
just do
I
that.
don't think we need to. I just think we need to choose a different thumbnail. Probably the otters. Truth be told, the otters run away, so everybody
That
can
is true.
see
That
what
is
we're
true.
talking
I,
about.
I I will try to remember to do that. That is actually perfect. Oh yeah, speaking of those
You know,
artists, what I was bringing up
oh yeah,
about the whole what I wanted to bring up about the whole thing, even why I brought up that shit video. It just seems to me that in Asia, people have very low life preservation sometimes. Like I don't think all of them don't have it, but many for some reason I see these videos, people getting mauled by chihuahuas, people getting freaking mauled by otters. And it seems like seemingly they just let it happen. Like there's no running away. There's no stomping out the small creature. It's just there's just blood everywhere.
actually,
And it kind of
let me
confuses
just
me.
Google something. Let me just Google one thing. One thing. Let me see. I'm just curious.
Hmm.
On land. Okay. Boom.
I imagine Googling something when you ChatGPT's a thing. Let's see.
Ooh.
Ew. I guess
No
that's
wonder.
expected of
Wait, 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 wait.
Stiff Incorporated. They don't
So Jabari,
update
Jabari,
what.
otters can run 18 miles per hour on land.
I do not believe that for a second. I do not believe that for a second. I do not believe that for
There
a
was
second.
no way.
I will look that up myself, but I do not believe that for a second. The- those otters that we saw hopping away slowly, that was not
They
18 miles per hour. I don't care
they
what you say.
they can reach 7 miles per hour when swimming in water.
How fast can
They can
an
swim up to
otter
12 miles per hour,
run
and they can
on
run
land?
up. They can run 18 miles per hour. That is crazy.
I see otters can run surprisingly fast at land, reaching speeds of about 10 to 15 miles per hour. I don't know about
No,
this
no, no,
18.
no, no. I'm on SeaWorld.org.
Well, they're wrong. You're telling me they swim slower than they can run on land. That is not true. That
Yes,
is
it is.
not true. That is not true.
River otters can attain running speeds up to 29 miles per hour.
That's not true. So they can
Bro,
run faster than freaking deer. Otters are
yeah.
keeping up with deer. That's not
The North
true.
the North American river otter can run 29 miles per hour and swim
No, 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 no,
68
no.
miles per
Say the
hour.
Malaysian otter. Let me look up.
The
What about Malaysian otters?
Malaysian otter
10 to
miles
15
per
miles per hour. There was no way. I don't know where you looked that up, where you're hearing 30 miles per hour. I think
Well,
it meant water. In water, maybe. I get
no,
it.
no,
Okay, how
Jabari,
fast?
they cannot run in water. But I told you what
Yeah,
kind
they
of
swim in
otter it
water.
was. You're not listening. Typical.
But there is no way an
Typical
otter
one of
is
you.
running at that speed.
Yes.
No. I just looked it up. I see 10 to 15.
Okay.
Well, I know. Well, let's see. How fast an average human woman in Malaysia run? Oof. Yeah, she's running slower than an otter. So you're telling me she's jogging. She looks behind her and sees some otters running full speed, catching up. They jump her, and then they don't even run away. They simply
They
hop away
scamper off.
at the slowest speeds,
Dude,
just
what's
out of
funny
spite.
is the funniest part about all of this, there's one otter, like the one in the lead, he looks like he's really just like chilling. Do you see like the otter, like the one on the far left? His leg position, he just has like one leg up, The other legs are planted. He's really just taking his time. I'm pretty sure he was the leader. Thinking, yeah, we got her. Dude, and the fact that she's just like sitting, head all bloody. Oh, Jabari, this is terrible, man. She peed herself.
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering if that's pee because I was like, there's no way that's blood.
Oh my goodness, I feel so bad for her.
I think that's
Jabari, your response to when it happened, or like when I sent it, was hilarious. You telling me she couldn't run away.
I'm like, because they said she's a jogger and a group of otters come and jump her. That doesn't make sense. That's what I'm
Jogger
like.
left bloodied, dazed, and crying after getting mauled by a gang of otters. Oh my goodness, man, that is not funny.
Because what I bet happened, just basing it off of my own premonition, is that there were a gang of otters in her path when she was jogging, and she going, well, I'm just gonna run right through them. So she tries to run right through them. One nips at her heel, she trips, she bangs her head. That's why she has the bloody head. And then they start all biting her because she trips on a bunch of otters. And then I guess she, like, in distress, that's why she's dazed.
I'm trying to see if she gave a statement as to like what happened. Hold on. This otter,
Maybe,
you know what, Jabari?
maybe
After
in
this
the
picture,
Malaysian like
this,
newspaper.
this picture for sure shows that this thing was really moving fast. That thing is like on a mission.
No, that's just trash camera quality. That's just trash camera quality.
What? This that might seem overzealous, but this isn't the first time someone in Southeast Asia has been beset by otters.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. There are a lot of people in Southeast Asia.
I actually thought I was
A
going
lot
to
of otters.
die. They were going to kill me.
No, I bet you she did something dumb. There's no way an otter game it's just like we're going to attack this person today. We just are.
Well, they so according to the article, they didn't give much to the story, right? She was just jogging through the park, and they entered the park looking for food.
That doesn't even make
Dude,
sense.
she had to push her buttons. There's no other way.
Yeah, 100%. I bet you she ran into the otters. Like
Get out of my way.
yeah, they were just in her jogging path, and she refused to go around. She's like, "Oh, I got new shoes today," or "Oh, the ground is muddy." So instead of just like say the example like where I saw a boar or I heard a boar when I was like in Hong Kong, I was trying to go to this lighthouse, and I heard the boar snort. I ran back. I was like, I'm not gonna force my way through. I don't care. I'm not gonna get attacked by this animal.
Wait,
I was like,
Jabari.
I'll just go here another
Jabari.
day.
Jabari. You ran back again because you dropped your phone, remember?
No, that was a different story. The first story, the boar, I never heard. I only heard it. I didn't see it. And that was like
I
in
remember that.
January or something. Or
You
February.
know what's crazy? Imagine if, like, on your hike, when you ran back to grab your phone, and then you ran back, like, to where you were. Like, when you, like, finally tried to catch your breath, like, right behind you, you just hear a boar snorting, and you see, like, the mist, or, like, the steam from it. You slowly turn around, and then the boar's just eye to eye with you.
That wouldn't be possible because I was running at like I swear I was running at like 26 miles per hour. I was not allowing myself to die either.
26 miles per hour? Damn, that's pretty slow. I just ran up to 29 miles per hour. You would have gotten caught.
And the worst part is like if you're running let's just say I'm running at 26 miles per hour, otters running at 29 miles per hour. That means I look behind me and I just see the otters slowly catching up. They're slowly getting closer and closer and closer because they're running faster. And can you imagine how
Dude,
fast their little feet is moving if that's true? That means their
dude,
feet is like a literal blur. Or they're taking the longest
boars,
strides ever.
Jabari, boars can run up to 30 miles per hour. If that thing wanted to attack you, you would have been done.
Yeah, if it really wanted to.
I guarantee that boar went back home. Yeah, let him live. Not he wasn't worth it.
That If that boar had scars on its face.
Oh
That
no,
was an alpha male.
that boar was ready for war. That thing was a warrior.
Because I wish if I had smart glasses and I had that recorded, like if we were in the future where smart glasses are readily available and they had long battery life, and I had recorded that because it literally looked like almost like this was like a what's it called? Like one of those entrances to a boss, or like the intro to a boss. Like I turned the corner and I just see this boar looking directly ahead of me, just directly at me, feet all spread, looking direct. Well, it was sniffing the ground, but from my perspective, it looked like it was looking right at me, like it was waiting, and it was huge.
What the heck?
It was huge. I didn't know if boars were that big because I thought pigs, like, I don't know, like I know pigs can get big, I guess, but I didn't. I'd never seen scale. I'd never seen a big pig in my life. And the fact that it was all
You ever look
hairy,
in the mirror?
and it was like dark, had the scar, a visible scar, scar you could see from like 15 feet away, or probably more. It's probably like
So Jabari,
like 100 feet away.
I do want to make an announcement, okay? So
Oh
anybody
my
yet?
gosh, here
I would.
we go again. Oh yeah, sport. I just heard that you had something to say. I'm here to hear it.
You know, Jabari, I know it seems like I can't stand you.
Deontay, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Jabari, I hate you. I will not be attending our 10-year anniversary.
What?
I'm not
10
going.
year anniversary.
Or reunion, class reunion. My bad.
Why not?
The honest answer, I'm living at home with my dad.
Okay.
I'm unemployed.
Okay.
Imagine, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I have 2 kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like this high person making 200 grand a year. Somebody, the class president's gonna be like, yeah, I'm on the news and blah, blah, blah. I've been traveling all
Well, that
over.
is true. The
You're
only
like, what are you
people
doing?
like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
And I just literally walk out. You're in there, you're trying to be like you're talking to somebody, you're drinking some punch, and then you grab you by the collar and just drag you out.
But the thing was that there's two things. One, that is true. I think the only people who are who want to go, or like who really, really want to go. I'm not gonna just say who want to go, but who really, really, who are like, oh, I'm going no matter what, are people who are going to humble brag the whole time, like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm doing this and that. Yeah, I did this and that. I can see like a couple normal people are going though, but yeah, I can see because. But the only thing though, even though I don't think these people are going to go, but I feel like there are more people who are in your boat than you would ever think.
Oh, I know they are.
There are a because even say Pepper Popich, Ponyo Purby,
Hold on. Don't ever, and I mean ever, compare my situation to Pepper Pope. No, I'm just kidding. That's my homie. I remember seeing him at Dairy Queen. He was excited to see me. Made me feel good.
Oh, you saw him at the Dairy Queen? Well, I know he works at Dairy Queen, but I'm just surprised you saw him. You just happened to pick the one Dairy Queen that he was at.
No, I told you. This was out. I told you I saw him, and you were like, "Wow, that's crazy."
Yeah, I mean, sounds like something I would say.
Yeah. Because this was like right after you told me what happened with him and your future sister-in-law.
Oh yeah. What?
Huh?
What?
I mean,
What are you talking? What?
you two are brothers, you know, and when they get married, you're gonna be the best man.
I forgot to tell you. He broke up with that girl.
What?
Well,
She was so
because
out of
there
his
was the first
league.
one. Oh yeah.
Oh
So you do
yeah.
know about that one. Yeah. So there's the second
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah. He broke. Well, I will say he got broken up because he didn't break up. I don't think he would ever, no matter what. He doesn't
Oh
have
yeah.
to. He can't break up. But she did. I mean, long story. But yeah, it's finally over, and I think it's for the better. That's all I'm gonna say.
So what happened?
Just stuff I don't know how I should say it on the podcast.
Me, you can text it, you know.
Oh, that's too long text. Just main thing is that they split up. Long distance is a meme, and it just doesn't work for most people. And I think that sums it all up. Basically, I think that's the main thing.
Ooh. So he is heartbroken.
No, I think he in back of his mind he wanted to, but back in time, like how some people are they just they can't break up, no matter what because they're maybe
I've
afraid
never
of
been in
the.
that situation.
I never have been either, but some people are. Some
You
people
know,
just
people
have
are
trouble
not.
bringing up.
Yeah, you know, you and I we're two pretty awesome people. You know, some of us gets called a black shit. The other ones are just called jerks. You know, it just doesn't matter.
I don't think I ever told that story anyway in the podcast. So wait,
Ooh,
no, I haven't.
unexplained lore. I am sorry.
Yeah, and I don't think I will because I don't think that's a podcast story. I mean, it's because there's not really much to say. Actually, it's not really a long story. It's just that one quote that is a quote.
I remember when I told Pillory about that, he lost his mind. He busted out laughing. You know,
It,
honestly, I think
it's
the
such a
scariest
stupid
story.
like that. Oh,
I
what?
think the scariest story from what you told from your time there was the one person who said that they were going to do something in your apartment, and you're like, no, 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 you got to leave.
Yeah, people are insane. It's crazy to me why they are going to do that. Like it just doesn't make. That's what I'm saying. It's just some stuff. That's why it was so hard being there. Is that some stuff are just so different, like the way people think, what people's decisions are, what people do. Like it's like a different state of mind. Like again, I'm not saying these people are like robots or they're not human or something, but it's like they think about stuff completely differently. Like the way they view the world, the way things are, the way things are reacted to is a completely different way. It's the same like how say Japan humor
Hold on, hold
is
on, hold
not
on,
like American humor.
hold on.
What?
Japanese, I keep telling you that. Tread carefully.
What? What do you mean?
Tread. What do you mean? What do I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
I'm Japanese. I mean, I would turn on my camera and the audience can see, but
It was crazy because the audience already saw your black skin before in other episodes.
that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Okay, okay, speak some Japanese.
Sorry. Oh man. What'd you say?
Anyway, so like
No, I didn't.
I was
I didn't
saying,
hear what you said.
no.
I did
Anyway,
not.
anyway,
I did not hear what you
that's
said.
what I was saying.
No,
Like
no, no, no,
Japanese
no.
humor, it's like completely different from American humor. Like they see they when they make say a satire or make a comedy or something. Not that it's not still funny, but it's just they view stuff differently. So they tell different jokes that
What
you
do you mean by
wouldn't
that?
ever say
What do you
or
What do
ever
you mean
do.
by that?
Like say
What do you
anime.
mean by?
Like
Hold on,
say
hold
the
on.
typical
What do you
anime
mean?
comedy
Hold
scenes
on.
are different from American comedy scenes. Not that they're both not still funny, but because Japanese people might view the world differently or might notice stuff differently that are humorous that maybe the average American doesn't notice naturally, they are able to make like say a comedy routine where you're just like, oh, that's so random, that's so funny that an American show would be completely different where they're like, oh, that's so random, that's so funny. Like say Simpsons versus a random comedy. Like how most comedies in America, most adult comedies in America are satire. It's like a commentary on how things really are, but make it exaggerated. Meanwhile, Japanese is more like a slapstick kind of thing, or like I guess. I mean, if we're ignoring the unhinged stuff, it's more like slapstick, I guess, or like more reactionary. Like, oh, this person did something very very weird or very very clueless. Ha ha ha.
Jabari. What do you mean by you people or those people? I told you I am
When
Japanese,
did I
and
say
I'm not
those
gonna.
people? I don't think I ever said that word ever. I don't think I said those in this whole time in the podcast. I said Japanese.
Yeah, you just did. You just said those people.
Anyway,
So, Jabbar, how's your
wait a second, wait a
day
second. I
going?
have to wait a second, wait a second. I have to get my charger for my AirPods. They actually ran out of battery. Hello.
Hello?
What was I saying? I don't know what we were saying, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Have you spoken to your sisters recently?
I don't know what relevance this has to a podcast, so screw you. Anyway, there was something else I wanted to talk about. There's something else I wanted to talk about. So, dang, I don't know what is a good. I'm just gonna ask. Well, what's your opinion on the upcoming election, Spring? It's a very topical one.
I am definitely not talking about the election on the podcast. That's definitely a private conversation.
Oh, I see you have some strong opinions. I didn't expect that.
Let's just say I know that America is going to be great. It's going to be great after this election.
Oh, I see. Okay. Anyway.
What are your opinions?
You know, all I'm saying
You know
is
what? I'll say it.
I'm having some interesting opinions that I would have never expected ever. But
Oh, because I know last time you were. Well, what do you mean by interesting opinions?
I
Like,
don't know. I just the
in-depth
2015 Jabari would not have expected. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know.
Got you. So since you voted for Joe Biden last time, and I mean not Joe Biden, I'm sorry. Since you voted for Hillary last time, and she lost back in 2015, and
Actually, I was
Seriously,
able to
you're gonna
vote.
vote
I
for
was
Trump
able
this
to
time?
vote in 2015. Actually, even though I
Oh,
was
yeah,
going to
'cause you
vote
were
for Hillary. I think probably most likely.
Oh, so that
99%.
means you're gonna vote. So that means you're gonna vote for Trump this time.
I
Yep.
never said that. I
Yep.
never said that.
That's all I mean.
I never said that. I never said that. I never said that. I never said it was confirmed or not.
All I'm gonna say is Trump and Kamala. They're two candidates. Yep.
That is true. They are two. They are two.
Yep. That's
Not
yep,
three.
Yep.
Not one.
And not in,
They are two.
no. And not in any particular order. I just know that Trump and Kamala are both candidates. One of them is going to get my vote. I don't know who. Yeah, one of them is going to get my vote. Trump or Kamala.
That's interesting. I don't know if I would have ever expected that, but expected there to be two. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't have expected there to be two candidates. For some reason, I don't know. I was just in a crazy daze. I thought there was going to be three, but the fact that there are two that that we have that are Trump and Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me ask you this, Rory. Let's just be real. Who are you gonna vote for?
I'm actually an undecided voter. I'm actually an undecided voter. I'm still trying to tabulate and contemplate who are the best for my next 4 years.
Right. And would you say economy is important to your next 4 years?
Oh yes, it's
And,
very.
availability of
It's
jobs?
interesting that no one's really talking about the jobs, except one who would want to bring them back. That's all I'm saying. Just bring the
just know-
make America great
What-
once more. But I'm still not
What's
sure. I'm
important
still
to
not
me
sure.
is economy. What is most important to me is economy. If I'm being quite honest, right? Here's my thing, right? One of those candidates, they've proven that the economy can be great again. And yeah. When their ideals were being shown, I was not experiencing a financial crisis. Yep.
Ooh. Yeah,
Yep.
but that is true.
And,
The fact that
I don't know who I'm voting for. Whoever can make the economy, better once again, one more time. That's who's getting my vote.
the
because-
thing is, it's interesting because one of the
All I'm
candidates
saying is,
also
I
want to
don't
make it.
any alphabet soup in my party. That's all I'm gonna say. If there's a party that likes to bring alphabet soup, I don't want any parts to deal with it.
I actually don't know what you're referencing right now. But
Good.
okay. Okay. I'll just make sure there's still alphabet soup in your birthday parties. I'll keep that in mind.
Please don't.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but I see you're very strong against alphabets in soup.
No, it's just not good. It just doesn't taste good at all. Like nobody really likes alphabet soup. People like to support all different types of soups. But when's the last time you heard somebody say, like, you typically hear people say, I want some chicken noodle soup, this type of soup. When's the last time you heard somebody say, I want some alphabet soup?
That is true. No one really usually says I particularly want alphabet soup. It's kind of like a thing that just is there. Actually, I don't know what are the circumstances where you would get alphabet soup outside of being a child who's trying to learn their alphabet.
That's what I'm saying. It's just it makes no sense to me. And whenever there's a party and alphabet soup is involved and encouraged, I just want the economy great again. That's all I'm gonna say. I like alphabet soup. I like pie.
I see. Ooh, Callie is sneezing right now. Ooh.
I mean, she smells bullshit in somebody's story. I just wonder whose story it
I mean, oh, Callie, why are you jumping? Gosh, I went to pet her. She's acting like she's about to like get murdered.
Jesus, man, what have you done to your cat?
No, she's always been like that since the day we got him. She's always like freaked out about
Y'all
everything.
have been abusing her since you got her. That's crazy.
I mean, if you don't you shut up, you might be next. So that's all I'm saying.
You know, Jabari, let me just say this, right? Callie likes to be free. Correct.
Yeah, I mean, she's currently looking at the door, trying to leave.
What's a synonym for free?
Okay.
You know, delivery.
Okay. Thank you for the thesaurus lesson.
You're welcome. I just want to know how you feel about that word.
Liberty.
Yeah.
When I hear liberty, I think of the library. You know.
Really? Okay.
They sound the same.
Really?
Librarity.
So like if somebody's more free, you know, like they're more accepting of things and shit like that, you know, would you say that's a good thing, or how would you feel about
If
that?
they're more accepting of what?
You know, just everything, you know, whatever the case is, doesn't matter.
Well, it depends on it depends on what they're accepting. You know, like yeah, being accepting of everything is good, but being accepting of everything is bad too, because you know. Some things don't need to be accepted.
Some people are accepting of alphabet soups, you know?
I still don't get what this reference is, but I guess alphabet soup is a touchy topic for you. I don't know what happened in the past with alphabets and about soup, but I'll try not to bring that up at parties, I guess.
Yeah, I would appreciate that, because I like to conserve what's what's at my party, you know, like the sanctity of them, you know. I need to stop playing around before people who listen to this really think that we're shitty people.
You mean you.
No. 2015 Jabari. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I mean, 2015 Jabari didn't get the chance to vote, so because my voting district was 3 hours away, and I didn't know that.
So, Jabari, let me ask you a question.
Wait a second. I just switched to my AirPods again.
Oh, okay, cool.
I see. Is there anything else that has happened in the past? Spoiler alert. 4 months that since the last podcast was recorded. Let me take one think.
Yeah, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? You know?
I mean, it's kind of your fault, you know? I've asked multiple times, like, hey, Deontay, let's make a podcast. I'm free right now. And you were like, and I was like, okay, fine. I guess we'll do it next week. I was like,
You
hey,
mean,
Deontay, hey, I'm free right now.
You know, Jabari, I'm sorry if you... Jabari, you're right. I apologize that I have not had a lot of free time on my hands, that I've been working, you know? And that's just what I work a lot.
Hey.
No, I'm just saying, you know? Like...
No. See. You keep bringing up these lies. Deontay, work is not crap. So, everyone, I'm sorry to... I wanted to keep this secret, but the reason why there hasn't been 4 months, Deontay has been addicted to fentanyl for the past 4 months.
So?
He's just on the side of the corner.
It's not a problem. It's not an issue.
I was like, Deontay, you have to cut that. You got to get off that stuff. But he couldn't.
It's not.
And the only reason he got off of the fentanyl was because he switched to crack. That's the only reason he was able to get off of fentanyl. And luckily, crack, he's able to live a bit of a more normal life.
You know, I really...
And we're trying to switch him off of crack and maybe, you know, switch to like a meth or something, or maybe what is it? Like huffing gas. And then we're hoping after that we can switch him to weed, then cigarettes, and then hopefully he will be clean, because he'll just be just using the nicotine, and will slowly go down on the doses of nicotine until he's off this stuff for good. But the doctors and the therapists, they told us that might take around 2 decades because his addiction's so strong. But luckily I'm being paid. His parents paying me to talk to him.
You're right.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. How considerate do you think it is to joke about addiction with someone who actually had to overcome addiction? I just want to know what your opinion on that is.
Well, I think sometimes it's okay. You know, sometimes it's good to, you know, have some light fun over someone's you know, over stuff. That's, you know, that's usually how comedy is. You know, comedy's kind of mean sometimes. You know?
Yeah. You know, when people almost lose their life. Uh, you know, I'm just curious. I mean, I'm not saying that I dealt with that. You know, I just know he has an issue with it.
Well, you know, sometimes I mean, assuming of course, they pass that moment of weakness. You know, the weakness of the, and you know, they grow stronger from it. Sometimes it's okay to, you know, poke fun at it a little bit, just a little bit. You know, maybe once in a while.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Let me
No,
ask you a
not too
question.
much, not too much, of course, not too much.
How do you think you'll feel knowing that you're joking on one of them? Wouldn't you say your relationship with them is already kind of touchy?
Well, I would argue that in this scenario, maybe they didn't like if you're making a joke. Sometimes you don't remember exactly what happened in the past, and you're just making a joke because you know maybe in the past you joked about that before when it wasn't an actual thing, or maybe it was, and maybe
Gotcha.
you didn't know. So
Makes sense.
you know, maybe
So you don't
sometimes
think
you just don't, you know, realize, you know, you forget that there was a an actual thing that happened, and you know, you
or you just don't give a shit,
just slip of the
right?
tongue.
Don't you think don't you think that's a good possibility as well? Some people just don't give a shit.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think some people just, you know, because for some people they remember it or they're constantly thinking about it more than the other person because it's not in their face all the time. So in their perspective, they forget. Like here's the example. A friend of mine, they go through some anxiety. They have like a bad anxiety attacks and all the time.
Hmm.
Like we're to the point where it's debilitating,
Hmm.
you know, like they like actual debilitate, like whatever. And
It's not
the
nice to
Jabari
talk about.
at some time they joked about, like they didn't joke, but they said that, oh, you don't have anything debilitating. And they're like, oh no, I do. Like, you know, the anxiety. I was like, oh, you know, you don't have anxiety. And I wasn't thinking like as a joke, like as making fun of them. I just, in my perspective, I forget that they have those types of attacks because 99% of the time when I'm talking to them, it's not brought up, you know? So you forget that that was ever a thing. Like say for the anxiety thing, you forget that that was ever like a issue or that was ever like a thing that they're dealing with. Because from your perspective, they seem fully okay. You don't
You know,
hear about the
that
stuff that
makes
go through on like a daily basis because you
that
don't
makes
talk about
perfect
things about that
sense.
stuff.
That makes perfect sense. You know, and I truly understand your point. You said it perfectly. You just don't think because you're retarded. So I mean, I get it. I know it's
No,
hard for you
no, no,
to.
no, 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 no. That is not, no, 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 no. It's more that
I
you forget.
right because you don't think. You know, retardation does it to people. But look, I'm not here to judge. You know, I'm I'm all about equality. You know, I'm going to treat you the same I treat everybody. You're dumb, and it's okay.
No, no, no. I think just some people think everyone is constantly thinking about their own stuff, when in reality, other people are most of the time think about their own stuff.
Oh, so
So
so you're saying you don't
sometimes
care? So you're saying you don't care about your friends? That makes perfect sense.
it's not that you don't care, it's more that you don't think about it because
If
no
there's, you
one
know,
wants to constantly be thinking about
I think I
stuff
just
that
need to,
are
I think I
bad.
just need to reach out to someone whose name starts with a R. I think it's Richard.
That's a perfect example. That is actually a perfect example. Like in a hypothetical scenario where someone tells you about something and then you bring it up constantly, like constantly, multiple times, multiple podcast proof of it constantly. And then you never react to it because you try to move past, but they constantly bring it up over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh, that's because
You know, like, you know, someone who's rational mind who'd be like, oh, they're just joking. It's not anything. It's just a joke. You know, even though it's
oh no no. But
not
what if a
funny,
person?
but
What,
you just let it happen. You
no
just
no no
let it
no.
happen
Because
because you don't want to ruin the flow of the conversation, the flow of
but what if
the dynamic by
but
making
what
it
if
an awkward situation.
but what if it's funny to that person?
Oh, the thing is, sometimes it's not. A lot of times it's not. But you let it happen because you don't want it to ruin the film.
You know, you are 100% right. You want to know why? Because sometimes you just got to think about things. Like the last thing I want to do is not think about something and, make someone feel bad. I'd rather think about it a lot and remind them, hey, I listened to you. I listened to you closely. You know, that's some people like to do that. But if we're being honest, imagine if we did this in person, right? I don't think we would be able to stop laughing. I don't think we would be able to get past two different topics because no one really knows what the fuck we're talking about. But we do, right? So going from the otters to the chihuahua. So I think those are the only two that we would have been able to actually touch on. What do you think?
I don't know what you said at the last second. I want to cut out a little bit. Actually,
You weren't listening once again. How surprising. No, I was just saying, if we were in person, how many topics do you think we would be able to get through?
I think the same amount.
I don't think so. I think you and I would be laughing a hell of a lot more because of the look that we would give each other. For example,
No,
wait. I don't mind talking about this. So let's put it out there, okay? Guys, Jabari is gay. All right, I just want everyone to know. Jabari is a homosexual male, and we're just trying to protect that image of his.
I don't see how that matters. Like if I was or if I wasn't. Who cares? It's 2015 or 2017 or 2024 actually. Either year, it shouldn't matter. I think the fact that you brought that up sounds a lot about you. It says a lot. It says a lot. It says you're very unaccepting. You sound like someone who would let's just say someone who would want America to be great again. You remind me. But even he, as he's even that person, very accepting, very accepting. So it's surprising to hear from you. Very surprising. Huh, that didn't look Japanese. That was weird.
Oh no, that wasn't me. No.